right. I think we are live. Hello, we are live. Yay. All right. And in the chat. Okay, we've got everyone. All right. All right. So let me go through this basic, both for the people who are watching now and for the people who will watch later. So we are doing a writing workshop. We are going to generate 2 randomized prompts and then write for 30 minutes. I will say that, the primary purpose of this is always just to practice writing, explore an idea. I'm a big believer in sort of jumping feet first into this kind of thing. Just start writing and see where it takes you. It doesn't have to be amazing. It just has to be interesting, I think. And so, as long as you're keeping that as your focus, that's going to be helpful. I will also say, again, just for those who don't know, Charm City Filmmakers, among other things, helps many, many people make films. We turn scripts into actual finished products. And specifically, we do a film workshop once a month at the studio. Hold on one second.
As the doggo. He always waits.
He knows. He just knows. Okay. We do a microfilm workshop once a month in our studio where we take scripts that we generate during these writing workshops and we make them. So any script potentially written tonight could potentially be turned into a film in the near future. I will also say, not that we have anyone, but to anyone in the chat, if you submit a script while this is happening live, we will potentially add it to our list of scripts that we read. All right, that's your spiel. Does anyone have any general questions?
Yes, who are you? None of my know who you are.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, it says Wes. I feel like that's it. How many Wes's can there be, really, honestly, in the world?
Crusher, Snipes.
Okay, yeah, but have you ever seen me and Wesley Snipes in the same room at the same time? Just put it out there. Just saying. Something to think about. All right. No, I'm Wes Thornberry, president of Charm City Filmmakers. Actually, let's go around the room real quick. Aphrodite, please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Aphrodite Lee, creative director. Hi, I do things, I write things. That's pretty much it.
That keeps it simple. I love it. All right. Okay, let me just get that open. All right, and then Ted, please say hello.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ted Russell. I'm a member of Charm City Filmmakers. I am a writer and director, and I'm happy to be here this evening.
Excellent. Ivy, if you'd be so kind.
Hi, my name is Ivy Akid. I'm a member of Charm City Filmmakers, and I like to do a lot of things and try a lot of things.
Including auditioning. Hold your space. I love it. That was
recently. But yeah, very happy to be here. Thank you.
Excellent. All right. Let's okay, so the writing workshop, give me just 1 second. For some reason my whiteboard is not working. Unless the thing's got a built-in whiteboard, does it? It does not. Okay. Let me install whiteboard while we're doing it here. Okay, all right.
So explain to the world how this all works.
Right. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll brainstorm 12 locations, random locations. Then we will brainstorm 12 positions, usually professions or like king or queen kind of thing. It could be a particular appointment. And then the idea is I will then roll a D12 I will roll a D12 until that will lock in a location, and then it will lock in a profession. And the idea is that okay, right. And then the idea is that we will write a script based on those 2 random prompts. And I hope that's clear. All right.
And we have 30 minutes to do the writing.
Yes. Okay.
Then we'll come back and we'll read them, and fun will be had.
Well, always. All right. I think. Can you see the whiteboard?
No, probably only you can.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
There we go.
All right. Excellent. Let's do location first. All right. Please, any place at all.
Cemetery.
I'd like to say I'm surprised, but I'm not. All right. Ted, what do you got for me?
A dark alley.
Dark. This one's dark. This one's we're going to a down place.
A cabin.
Cabin in the woods. Oh my God. I sense horror film coming. All right. Let me see. Palace. I had to offset the dark a little bit. Come on, people.
Pyramid.
All right. All right.
Bridge.
Bridge. Ted, what do you got?
A bedroom.
Bedroom. Keep it simple. Let's see. Basement. Please.
Wax museum.
Again with the creepy. The creepy. All right. Ivy, what do you got?
Go ahead, Ted.
Ted's got something.
A workshop.
Workshop. Oh, okay. Nothing bad ever happens in a workshop. All right. Ivy, what do you got?
Well, I'm thinking like under a full moon, but I'm not sure.
Like the forest or the woods.
Sure.
Okay. I'll tell you what, we'll do forest at night.
Jail cell.
Ooh, I like that.
All right.
We're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Position.
Fortune teller.
I'm seeing a Halloween theme here. All right, fortune teller.
Hockey player.
I'll never.
Okay, I'm really hoping for hockey player at Palace. All right.
Oh, no.
An online influencer.
Ooh, interesting. Very modern. I like that. Groundskeeper.
A surgeon.
Surgeon? Haven't had one of those in a while. All right.
Detective.
Ooh, nice.
A disgraced scoutmaster.
Okay. Soldier.
A bus driver.
Ooh, interesting.
Like a 8-year-old boy.
I'm 8 years old. Architect. All right, one more.
College athlete. I
College
guess we already got a
athlete.
hockey player though.
Ah, we can do that. All right. This is the part where I randomly roll. All right, location. Here we go. 12 jail cell. All right. All right. Someone's going to jail.
Don't put the 8-year-old in jail. Please don't put the 8-year-old.
No, yes, please. The eight-year-old and the disgraced scoutmaster, or the influencer at least. I don't know.
Architect.
Mm.
Okay.
I don't say architect. All right. So again,
I'm drawing a blank. Oh
put an architect in a jail cell. See what happens. Let me stop sharing. Okay, so let me remind everyone. Basically, you're going to generate a 1 to 2 pages as long as you need. Remember, you got the full 30 minutes, so we'll go to 8:45. Once you have your script, please export it as a PDF in whatever program you're using, and then email that to me directly, and then we will start reading them. Does anyone have any questions before we begin?
no.
All right. Then let me share screen. Wait, no, cancel. Sorry, I need to show. I need to get the audio going. Yeah, okay, fair, and boom, and boom. Okay, add the stage. There we go. And then we begin. All right, good luck, everyone. Have fun, and get that script to me in 30 minutes.
Okay.
And yes, that typing is coming from the video. Do I turn it down a little bit?
You can turn it down, yeah.
All right, have fun.
How on earth do you spell attaché?
A-T-T-A-C-H-E.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about that, guys.
Like an attaché case.
All right. Timer's up. Send them to me as you will. I will say that one was a little close for me. I just finished. So there may or may not be a few typos. I'm just saying. You have been warned.
Can we have 1 minute?
Sure.
Okay.
I imagine several of you have not finished. It's all good.
Do you want email or do you want it?
Email's better.
Okay. Sending out.
Okay. Send them in. Unless, listen, I can put up another. I can put up like a couple minute timer if you guys need a few more minutes. But no, Ted, you're good. Okay. Excellent and excellent. All right. We will give Ivy and Aphrodite another minute or two. What about you? How was it, Ted? Was it easy?
What was the email?
It's Wes's email.
Do you have that? I can put it in the private chat.
I'm trying to figure out how to send it. I mean, not send it, make it into a PDF. Oh, I found it. Never mind.
Okay.
Ah,
Oh my gosh.
we got architecture and jail cell. Excellent. All right. I've got Jailhouse Rock from Ted.
I'm even wearing stripes. So.
Stripes, huh?
It's hard. Half an hour is so hard.
It's fast.
It's so fast. Like trying to think of a beginning, middle, and end.
Oh, please bear with me. I'm getting turned around. Hold on.
That makes sense and is cohesive.
You got to keep it short.
I'm just sending it directly to you,
Yeah.
Wes, right? Your regular email. Okay.
Definitely pushes
Listen,
creativity.
I will say. Well, let me say two things on that. First of all, I will say
Mine
that-
is a little rated R.
That's okay. That's okay. It's jail. I mean, of course. I will say that I have found that the more I do this, the easier it is to write at the time. Though I will say this one in particular really pushed me to the end. I mean, normally I'm done in like.
I don't know. I can't hear Wes again. Ugh. What is going on?
Sorry, he's talking about his writing.
It's pearls of wisdom.
It says here too, everyone can see and hear you. Is there a feature on your side, Wes? Maybe that you have muted selective muting?
Selective muting. I don't think that's a thing.
Because he's the only one.
I don't know what to say. I'm definitely talking.
Maybe, perhaps I can log on again. If
And you can just
can you send me the?
Pop back in might be best.
Yeah, can you send me the link? Because I actually don't have it.
Give me a second.
For those in the audience, for short films, there is a YouTuber who has not been very active recently called D4 Darius, and I really like his approach. You know, just get out and shoot a film. He's really
Private
into, you know, if you want to be a filmmaker, make films. Just get out and shoot something. You know,
Yeah.
practice, get better. And he is really big on the short scripts, that Mentos Fresh commercial. You know, he likes that as an example of a vignette where it's like, you know, you've got the guy who's he's at the mall with his girlfriend or whatever, and he sees his mom. He doesn't want to be embarrassed, so he like poses like a mannequin, and mom walks past, you know, and it's like bing bang bang, it's like bing bang boom, done. Mentos Fresh. Or the guy with the sits down on a wet painted park bench and has stripes on his suit, and he's got an interview he's got to be to, so he just lays down on the suit and paints the rest of his suit lines, giving you a wide line, which, you know, they're trite, but that concept of just like presenting your character with a problem and a quick solution, just like the in and out, to do just a quick sprinting right like this.
Well, okay, I definitely think
And it's certainly one way to approach it.
Absolutely. I do think that a lot of what you have to do to make a long film is replicated in a shorter film. Now, you know, even the smallest of films, you have to get camera, lights, actors, everything lined up. Having said that, you know, I would hope that you would ultimately start short, but then graduate to longer forms. You know what I mean? I do think there's something to be like, okay, so anyone who joins Charm City Filmmakers, anyone who has an idea for a film gets one full day, 12-hour day of 12-hour day of you know, the camera, equipment, the location, everything you need. And then the second film that you make with a group, then you get 2 days. Now, how directors use that time is up to them, of course. But like, I would say that part of the intent is to encourage people to do, you know, to gradually take on more advanced projects.
Sure.
So no, I love those Mentos commercials. I love that kind of idea, and I completely subscribe to the idea that you just want to get out there and film.
Right.
But I would hope that the intention would be progression.
Right. Exactly. His thing is, though, you know, don't get bogged down trying to write a magnum opus as your first film. You know,
Oh, yeah.
do something simple. Yeah. You can't start with Citizen Kane. You know, start with a Mentos commercial.
Yeah, because while there are similar elements, the logistics of a feature film is just mind-numbing compared to like a 60-second, 30-second bit. I mean, you literally can go film a 60-second thing with your phone and your friends in like, you know, an hour. You know, it's whereas, and look, I think people should get up there, but like, yeah, steps, progression, absolutely.
Anyway, do you have scripts from outside? I saw some of our directors
okay, so I have Ted's. I've got Dides now, and I've got D's. But I still don't have yours, I think.
Oh, you don't? Shimoda, where's Shimoda? At Hotmail, right?
That's it.
I'll send it to the Gmail then.
You're going to send it to where?
The Gmail.
Which Gmail?
West Shimoda.
Okay. Okay.
Now I can't hear Ivy.
Really?
Modern technology.
So you didn't want to do these on Zoom, like record?
Well, no, the idea is that by doing it this way, we're live streaming. right? So the idea is that anyone can watch. The problem with Zoom is that you have to be in the Zoom meeting kind of thing, which I appreciate it, but I'm trying to make it so that, like, Dee, for example, and others hopefully can join without necessarily having to, put themselves on camera. I know that doesn't work for everybody.
Got it.
Okay, so I have Dee's, I have Ted's, I have Deity's, and I've got mine. Ivy will come in a minute. Why don't we go ahead and start with our first one? All right. So let's see. 1, 2, 3.
Can you hear me?
I cannot hear Ivy, so I'm gonna pop out and then pop back in.
All right.
Strange. This did not happen last time.
And it's always something.
Yeah.
All right. So number 3.
Blame Wes.
Yes, it is all my fault. All right. So let's see. We are going. Deity won the toss, so we're going to start with Daedalus. Oh, and I just got Ivy's script. Yay! All right.
I just want to say I didn't finish it, but
What?
I was having trouble saving it and then getting it to you.
Perfect.
So I was like, what's going on? So anyway, it's almost finished. You'll get the gist.
All right. So how many characters?
2 that speak.
Okay.
You need the names. You have Daisy and you have Voice.
Daisy and Voice. All right. Day. I guess DAI is Daisy.
Yeah, she goes by Day. She don't like that Daisy shit.
Okay. All right. Who would like to be Day?
I could be Day.
Excellent. And who would like to be Voice?
I would be Voice.
All right. Here we go. Everyone see it? No, of course not, because I've not had this stage. All right. There we go. Let's see if we can. Nope, it's too big. All right. Let's do. Got it. All right. Okay. So this is Deity's. This is Daedalus. Interior, the Containment Architecture Bureau, Cab, Night. Day, Dallas, is escorted through the building. She is carrying a pink attaché case. The corridors wind and turn and gradually sink lower into the building until they finally reach a dead-end wall. Day walks up to the wall and presses her hand onto it, and an elevator door slides open. They get onto the car. Day looks into a retina scanner and it recognizes her. The door closes and they descend. When they reach the bottom, they continue to walk toward a corridor that seems a mile long. As they walk, sounds from hidden rooms are just barely audible. Moaning, roaring, thrashing, and such. Day listens and takes it in stride. They reach the end and another handprint reveals a vast room. It looks like a studio apartment without a kitchenette. They enter. The escorts stop at the entryway while Day walks through the entire place like she's inspected. She checks for all of the built-in security measures and that they are working. She places her attaché case on a table, opens it, and begins typing on a mini computer that is built inside of it. Light begins to swirl, then stop. Clicks and beeps and other techie noises start, then stop. Day smiles. She closes the case, and she looks over to the gentleman still guarding the door.
It's all in order and ready to receive.
A voice comes over an intercom.
Excellent. Your work is always impeccable, Ms. Dallas.
She nods.
When do you expect the inhabitant to arrive?
They already have.
The 2 escorts stop out of the room. Just as they do, the door closes and locks trigger. Day's eyes grow huge. Realization kick in quickly.
Son of a bitch.
She starts typing on her computer, but it's completely dead. She runs over to one of the walls, touches it, and a panel appears. She keys in a code, but nothing happens.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry, Miss Dallas. We had to do this to protect the Asterian project. Surely you understand. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. All right.
Yeah, I'm so mad. I was so
No, I
close.
love it. I love it.
All right, so Oh yeah, I've got to ask. In your mind, what is the Asterian Project?
Well, she headed the Asterian Project, so all those noises that you're hearing are creatures that she has put in containment cells that suit them, so they can't get out, basically. And they all had to be different. You couldn't just put everybody in the same kind of cell. They needed different things to keep them in. So if you think about different kind of creatures that are locked up, think of it like that. Like they're locked up a certain way.
Yeah, okay, but I'm assuming when you say creatures, you don't mean a zoo. So we're
No, I mean more like
werewolves, vampires.
I was thinking, to be honest with you, I was thinking more along the lines of MIB for a minute, and they're dangerous aliens.
Mm.
But when I thought about Asterion, I said, "Oh wait, let's go back." So I had to go back and start writing again, and make her Daedalus. And she's the one who made the labyrinth that, quote unquote, caged Asterion. So
Okay, but my question is,
long. I had to go back and rewrite.
are they people?
Yes, but they're people with like special abilities that need special containment. Think mutants. That's a better way.
Well, no, look, I would definitely call them Minotaur people. I wouldn't call them Minotaur an animal.
Right.
Right. But despite the head of a bull thing, clearly intelligent. So, okay, so you're thinking people, monstrous people, not just monstrous animals.
Right.
Got
but
it.
They are very dangerous. Like they're on the Hannibal Lecter's. It's like is the gentlest one.
It kind of reminds me of. Did you ever see Cabin in the Woods?
No, of course not.
Okay, well, at the end, you see basically an entire menagerie of monsters that are behind a whole bunch of glass, in a whole bunch of glass cages, kind of thing. Spoilers: get out of the cages. Bad things happen.
We're keeping in the horror kind of.
Well, I didn't get to finish this because what was going to happen? Like she always has fail safes in case someone who isn't supposed to be locked up gets locked up by mistake. But they also know that. So they built around her plan. But what they don't know is she knows that she can't trust them. So she is going to get out of there.
Well, okay. So is she monstrous?
No, she's just, think of her as Daedalus.
Okay. Is she?
She knows everything. And
she's an architect?
But in her cell, is it just for her? Or
yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure, like, if they were locking her in or they were locking her in with something.
Mm-mm.
She is a monster.
They literally made her create her own cage.
She is a monster. She locked up all those other creatures.
Yeah. Thank you.
Who is the monster and who's
the monster, right?
I just kind of making it sound like these creatures belong there. I'm just saying.
That's according to them.
You did
say the people who
are the monsters would beg to differ. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
She doesn't think she belongs.
Who is the voice then?
I'm the head of cab. Somebody in cab. I was gonna make it like Minos, but I couldn't think of a clever way to say his name.
I like the nods to the Greek mythology. That's awesome.
I was like, how do I do Daedalus? And I said Daedalus. There you go. I don't want to call her Daedalus. So her name was Daisy Dallas by day.
It's good, like some spy,
Does she escape by fashioning a pair of wings?
Not necessarily, but she has. It's thanks for saying that. It's her wing, failsafe. That's what she calls it, but it isn't actually wings. And they put her in.
If you make wings, do not use wax. Classic.
Right.
That's Icarus.
Do not.
Yeah.
That's the Greek I know.
She don't have her kid with her. But yeah, it's they literally made this woman design and build her own cage. And she wasn't suspicious of that. She was more along thinking about being stuck behind the wall somewhere she didn't want to be. So she always made ways to get out. Wow. But they were Well, they think they're 2 steps ahead of her, but they actually aren't.
So is it fantasy or sci-fi?
Ooh, I would say a little of both, sci-fi, fantasy.
I like the exploratives. It was fun.
I thought I was getting so good at this, you know, and I was like, I still didn't make it to the end.
That's okay. It's not about it's about getting off the blank page. And honestly, I think your action lines under pressure. You should just do your action lines just stream of consciousness to get away from writing like you're writing a novel.
Yeah,
Because
and that
those
definitely,
action lines work.
I had to
Definitely.
catch me too, because I'm like, no, just it doesn't matter that the walls are this and that and the other thing, and this is dripping. Just it's a corridor.
It does slow you down. It does. All right. Let me ask you one last question before we move on. Just as a rough thing, if you were to finish this, how long is it? Is this like 6 minutes, or is
No,
that goes on for?
I think if we had like 5 more minutes, I could have finished it. Because she is getting out of there. She's just going to wait till they stop worrying about it for a second, and then she's going to do that, like that look at the camera kind of cheeky thing, and get out.
In your mind, it only feels like a 3 or 4 page story.
Yeah, I think it's only 2 pages now. I think if it's 1.5 pages, it will be another half of a page.
Okay, I gotta say, this feels more like, to me, it feels more like a solid 15, 20 minutes at least. But that all depends on how much you want to put in.
I'm just going to show her escaping the room. If I was going to show the whole escaping the building, then it would be a little bit longer.
Fair enough.
I mean, she built that whole thing. She knows
like
how to get out. Yeah, she knows how to get out. And so I guess if I was going to really do it, she would have to go through some of those people she caged. But that would also be by design, because letting some of them go would distract people from trying to get her, because they're more of a threat in their eyes.
True. I like I said, that's why I asked. Like, you could spin this into a TV series. Like, if she got into the general population and then that she stayed in there for a significant period of time, or if you wanted to make a larger point about the society that they're embedded in.
Yeah.
Now, a feature-length movie could definitely work as well. She'd have less interaction with her fellow prisoners, but you could see some. You could also go into her backstory. I will say, though, that if you were going to do anything longer than like 15 minutes, I would think you'd want to go backwards at some point, like fill in some more of her backstory kind of thing. Now, for a short, you don't need it. Like, if you got a 15-minute or less piece, we don't need a backstory. But if you're going to do a feature, I think you'd want to flash back to how she got there, you know?
Mm-hmm. And no one asked about the pink attaché case. Yeah, that's part of how she gets out too. It's kind of a cog itself. The whole thing is a cog.
And it's her machine, not the company machine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So even though they think that they dampened it and that they killed it, the design of it itself is a cog that's going to go into a floorboard.
It sounds to me like you've given it a fair amount of thought.
That's why I couldn't finish.
Well,
great.
I always do this to myself. I always make it bigger. I'm trying to not be that person.
Good writing.
Look,
I don't know why I do that.
I do want to remind you and everyone that we are not here to make micros. It is true that some of the scripts will get turned into something that gets filmed in a 3-hour block of time. And because of that, they need to be, 2 pages or less, and they need to have a beginning, a middle, and an end, right? Because otherwise it just doesn't make sense as a film. Like, I wouldn't film this as it stands because it's an incomplete thought. Now, having said that, though, that's, again, not the primary purpose. As Ted said earlier, the primary purpose is just to get past the blank page. There are a lot of elements of writing that I believe that people need to work on to become better writers. But I will say that I feel like the first thing that you have to do as a writer, the first skill, the first challenge you have to overcome is conquering the blank page. And you did that very, very well. That page,
I never have trouble with that.
It's not
You know
blank.
how people, this is the weird thing. You know how people have like what they call writer's block, and it stops them from getting something on the page. I'm the complete opposite. I have like writer's flood, and that also stops me from getting stuff on the page. Because then I went through this whole mythology.
Well, okay, but that's actually my point. Like, the blank page stops a lot of writers for a variety of reasons. Yeah, yes, for some people they can't think of anything, but I think equally debilitating is they think of an idea, but it's not good enough in their mind, and they have to tweak it and change it and improve it. And it's still not enough, and it's the same thing. That's why I always say just write and don't stop until you get to the end, and then go back and turn it into great art. Don't start there, because if you do, you get locked in. So the point of this whole process is just go crazy. Don't let yourself stop. See where
Ted is waving.
Very, very, very
We have, real quick, we have had directors, myself included, start with a writing prompt or a writing exercise and end up taking it and then expanding it or reworking it or rewriting it into their first director film or some project that they do on their own. So it's it doesn't have to be.
You know what?
Finished.
What also helped me this time somewhat is wanting to hurry up and get to the dialogue. So that's why my action lines are just and then they, because I wanted to hurry and get to where they were talking.
Well, what I would hope is that by doing this many times, you get to the point where you just be very comfortable just jumping in and seeing where it goes. You know, don't worry about it as much. We practice
Eventually.
No, hey, look, it takes time. It takes time. I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and it is a very slow process. All right. Let's move on to another script. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the winner is 1, 2, 3. Ted. Ted is the winner. Yay, Ted. All right. Let's see. So Ted gets. Oh.
2.
Eric's out there too. Okay. Hello, Eric. I did not see you. I see your script though.
There's a couple of people, commenting.
2 females.
All right. Let's see where we're at.
Wes, click on the comments so they'll show up on the screen.
There's a couple.
What's specific?
Sylvester.
Where's the where do I click to make it so you can see it?
Over to, do you see, go to comments. You got private chat and comments. Go to comments.
I'm on it.
And then click one of them.
Oh, show comments on stage.
Huh?
You want me to show the comments on stage, right?
If you click it, it'll pop up on the screen.
The comments are coming up in the chat of the YouTube channel.
Put it up. Yeah, do that.
Okay, that just shows yours, though.
Yeah, you can show anybody's. Just click on somebody.
Enable chat overlay. Okay, all right. So it won't let me do it. Okay, fair enough.
Well, I click it again, it'll go away.
Yeah, I can click on one individually, but I can't make it a thing where it shows.
No. You only can click on one at a time.
All right. Ted is Jailhouse Rock. Got it.
We're in a women's prison.
How many
2
characters?
women, 1 jail cell.
Oh, nice. Jailhouse Rock.
Yeah. Sandra has fewer lines. I guess Tammy would be my lead.
Then I'll be Sandra. Called it. Sorry.
All right, I'll be Tim.
All right, so we have Tammy and Sandra. Those are our two characters.
Yes.
All right, here we go. This one is Jailhouse Rock. All right, interior jail cell night. Tammy, a muscular, youngish woman, with short hair, paces back and forth repeatedly. Sandra, middle-aged and slightly dowdy, reclines on a lower bunk and follows the pacing with a minimal turn of her head. The lights go out on the cell block. In the dim light of the cell, Tammy crosses to a large poster of Adam Driver on the wall.
You know,
Shut it, fresh fish. I don't want to hear a damn thing from you.
it's just that
Turning, Tammy tenses, draws a well-worn kitchen utensil from under the frame of the top bunk, and punctuates her words with it menacingly in Sandra's face.
I said, shut it. I've been working this plan for 3 effing years, and I certainly don't need any Janie come lately messing with my plans.
She turns to the poster, peels back the edge, exposing the well-worn beginnings of a hole. Mortar has been scraped from almost all of the bricks.
Couple more nights, and I am out of here. And you are not getting in my way.
it's just that I was an architect before I got locked up, and
Tammy starts scraping quietly at the mortar. Slow but steady progress.
Seriously, shut it. I don't want to hear about how thick the walls are or any of that shit. You got easy time on your stupid embezzlement scheme. Hell, you're out of here in 2 years. 2 years. I mean, me? I'm doing deep time, and I'm not going to get old and die in here. You hear me?
no, seriously, listen.
She turns on Sandra, punctuating her thoughts with the utensil once again.
One peep, one word to the guards, one single breath about this to anyone, and I mean anyone, and I will gut you in the showers. You understand?
Not a peep. But there is one thing you probably should know.
What?
That is not an outside wall. You're digging into the cell next door.
I love that. That's so funny.
Beginning, middle, end.
That's great.
Thanks.
I'd have let her dig. Tell me, I'm gonna shut it. You're right. You're right. You want me help? I'll help you.
I mean, yeah, and the dialogue was fun, and yeah, it was a good punchline, you know?
I want to shoot that.
Start carving the mortar out of one of our brick flats.
Oh, no. They could pretend.
I mean, it does seem kind of dumb.
I want to do it.
It's simple. That goes a long way.
Yeah, that was good.
She's mean, so she deserves it.
Shut it.
All those years
gut you in the
scraping
shower.
away under Adam Driver.
I like that. That's like a pun too, right? Driver.
Mhm.
I do appreciate the Shawshank nod. That is a nice touch.
If you're gonna do Stephen King, might as well do Shawshank. Oh my God, that was good. I like that.
There you go.
I sound so bad. I'm so sorry, guys.
No, it was good. It was good.
No,
It was really
thank
good.
you. It's a good read. Thank you.
It's good pacing too. That's nice and solid.
Yeah, I got
It's a secret, but and it gets held, but it doesn't get held forever, and it comes out at just the right level. I like that. And go back to your Mentos thing. Like that's a Mentos commercial. You know, like there's a simple
Right.
point.
Right.
There, you get out. That's it.
Yeah, true.
I think that, yeah. It's hard to do a good story with good pacing in that short amount of time.
If
And good
I
writing.
would change anything,
I do.
I would go back and try to make it threes. I would have her deny 3 times or threaten 3 times If I
Yeah.
had to.
I feel that.
In your mind, how long has Tammy been carving this wall?
Years. And I didn't have time to develop that she had another cellmate or whatever. You know, I mean that's the other thing. You kind of close that loop is that this is a new cellmate that she is
Right.
sort of.
Well, no, I think you got that across. The only thing that I think was a little fuzzy, the only change I would suggest would be to indicate that she has been at this for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just something like, I've been working this hole now for like 8.5 years. I don't need your or whatever.
With Jamie
Something to know that it's been a while, a long while.
8 years and 3 cellmates before you.
Yeah. Something. Yeah.
So yeah, shut it, Janie come lately.
This is like such a perfect, just if it stood alone as a short story, it does justice. Like you get enough of the fact. Yeah. That's what I love about it.
I'm saying I want to shoot it.
I think, and that's a hard task. Now I'm actually thinking and getting into that. It is a hard task.
But I don't want to be dowdy. We're gonna have to fix that.
Matronly or mature or.
I gotta have some kind of flyness.
More womanly. I was going more.
Like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't really, you know what I mean? Like your story would, okay, obviously they need to both be the same gender, but like in theory, you
older
can do
and
the
wiser
same thing with men as well.
Older and wiser. The architect needs to be older and wiser. That is the only thing.
Fair enough.
May I ask, like, what is your guys' process? Like, do you think about the character and the background of that character first, or do you think about the story? Or
I write beginning, middle, end on the page, and I knew I wanted to end. You're digging into the cell next door. And I had the concept, and it's like, because an architect would know that, there's something wrong with your plan, and then it's just building the plan, story circle type thing.
And I did something similar to that last week. That's how I was able to finish because I knew my ending. This one, I wasn't sure what I was going to do at first, and then when I thought about what I wanted to do, I already lost like 10 minutes.
Right, but that's just one way to do it. I mean, you can also start from the beginning and just see where it goes. You can exquisite corpse it,
True.
And just start slinging ideas out, and something might twig and you down another avenue.
If I'd come up with it like instantly, I think I would have finished because, like I said, I was like 10 minutes in when I had to start back over.
Well, yeah, I will say personally, like at least for this script tonight, I had a middle in mind. I knew where I wanted to go, and then once I got there, I just kept going and let the inertia carry the story to wherever it was going to go, kind of thing. So, like the second half of the piece was just completely made up based on the inertia of the first. I will say personally, this is just me. Please, just me. Obviously, having a rough idea of where it's going to go is very, very helpful. But I have found that when I'm fairly specific on an ending, I never end up going there because I find that the story itself, it just as you move through it, it has I can't use it. The word that comes to mind is just momentum. It's just going in a direction. It's actually challenging for me to take the story and pull it back to a specific track that I have in mind. So for me, I just start the train. You know what I mean?
The only thing that I knew is that I wanted the architect that the jail would be their job, not that they were locked up. That was the only thing I knew when I started.
But yours, like, it was so elaborate and story so deep and good that to me it's not a short. Like, even if you ended it there, I see it as more of a bigger.
Them walking through the labyrinth of the building.
Yeah.
Well, a short can reflect a much deeper idea. Just because it's not explored, you can spend 5 minutes in a completely exotic alien universe and just be there for 5 minutes.
True.
I will say that most of Aphrodite's stories have a tendency to build. She's a fantastic world builder. So regardless of the length of her story, it usually comes from a really not this planet kind of thing. And the point I'm trying to make is, I will say this: when I'm playing with an idea and I'm kind of getting into it, usually I have a pretty good idea. Once I play with it a little bit, its scale. That's why I asked Aphrodite how long it was going to be. Like, there are some ideas that strike me as a 5-minute idea, as a 20-minute idea, as a 2-hour idea kind of thing. And that's all part of the process. But that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with how deep the world is. It has more to do with just how deep do I want to get into this character? How complex is the actual plot I'm discussing, kind of thing. For Dottie, her plot is she gets caught. Well, she gets caught, she gets trapped, and then she escapes.
Right.
And yeah, that is not a 3-hour movie. It just isn't, especially if it's just escape the room.
Right.
Yeah, and that's all I had planned on showing as far as this short goes. To escape that building would be a lot more to do, but she knows the build. That's why they got to lock her up.
Look, I would also say that, I mean, how far you want to take it can always be something that you can always scale forward and backwards. We haven't read your script, so you don't have to necessarily get too into it. But would you feel like your story was shallow? Like it just wasn't? There wasn't? Is it like there's a little bit, you got some concern there?
No, not about concern. I'm enjoying the process of learning more about writing through this workshop and storytelling. And I think, in my story, there is somewhat of a beginning, middle, end, but I rushed, basically. It feels like I rushed to tell the story. And there were parts in the dialogue where I felt like, oh, this could be a bit more, right? I could show more. That's all. So it's just...
Well, again, let me remind you, I'm a big believer in great stories are polished, not written. So the fact that you were thinking that, honestly, I consider that a really good thing. Like if you come to this exercise, you write a page and a half, and it sticks with you, and you can't let it go. You want to add more, you want to expand this, and you need to fix that. That tells me that you've latched onto an idea that really works for you. Like as Ted said before, he took one of his Writing Workshop micros and then expanded it into something that he did for a whole film. He just didn't leave it as is. Of course, he continued to play with it. I would hope anyone would do that. Point is, if you've already got 2 pages, if you've already got the intro like Didi has, then that's a hell of a place to start. So when you do come back, when she does add more to it, she's got a great foundation that she wouldn't have got if she sat there in her head for 3 hours trying to come up with something.
That's so true. Very true.
The workshop is about committing, seeing where that takes you. It does not always end well. Believe me, I have written truly bad stories in this environment. Part of the process, part of the risk. You take a leap, you see where you land. Hope you don't break any bones.
No matter what I do, I'm either sci-fi, fantasy, or smut.
I do appreciate there's no smut. I do appreciate that. We went a whole page and a half.
I know.
I just want to put that on record, okay?
It happens. Oh, I want to tell you when we did the initial thing, when you said what the prompt was, my actual first thought was Mike Brady going to jail because he built a building that collapsed. I was like, oh wait, that actually happened on the show, so never mind.
Oh.
Did he go to jail?
No, because I think it turned out that it wasn't actually his fault, that the construction company had bought a product that wasn't good. So it wasn't his design, it was the materials they used.
He went to trial is the point.
No, he actually got trapped in that building. They had to rescue him. Y'all never seen?
I don't remember that episode. My goodness.
It's not an episode of the original run. It's an episode of the second run. When the kids are bigger. And it was the materials that were used. It was inferior concrete and stuff like that. It wasn't his design.
All right, fair enough. No, I've not seen that one.
I don't miss the Brady Bunch. Okay.
All right, let's do another one. Another victim steps forward. All right, let's see. How many scripts do we have left? We've got 1, 2,
3,
4. Well, myself, Ivy's, Eric's, and Dee's.
Oh Lord, and we talk too much.
Yes. Jim, that's always true. Wait, no, that's me. No, boo, boo, die. Die is loaded. We're gonna ignore that because obviously, okay, we'll go. Share screen. Winder. Where's my? I know I put it up there. Ah, there it is.
I do have
And
10
D,
p.m. as a hard stop.
did you say D?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
All right. We'll go through these fairly quickly. All right. So my piece has 2 characters, Howard and Guard. Can I get a Howard, please?
I'll be a Howard.
Excellent. Can I get a Guard?
I'll be the guard.
Excellent. All right. All right. I'll read the actual lines. It's fine.
Okay.
Interior jail cell. Howard Jones sits in a jail cell with his eyes closed. He starts humming to himself. He stops. He opens his eyes and looks around. He stands up and paces back and forth several times. He looks increasingly agitated until finally he emits a long sigh and sits back down. He holds his head in his hands and then takes a moment to collect himself. He stands up and moves purposefully to the bars.
Guard. Guard. Guard.
A prison guard moves to the jail cell.
What?
Howard just looks dejected.
What is it, Howard?
I just don't see it.
The guard waits patiently.
We tried the ultramarine blue on the walls,
Yeah, and?
and it's just not working. I know this is supposed to be a prison cell, but we are not barbarians.
Well, some of us, maybe.
Howard looks up at the guard.
Not the time for jokes, Greg. You know the city wants a firm proposal on this design by the end of the month.
I like the ultramarine blue.
You would.
Touchy.
Sorry, that just slipped out. Seriously, Greg, what am I going to do?
Calm down. I've been working in places like this going on 20 years. And the one thing I know is that this cell gets to you. It tears you down. It pulls you apart layer by layer.
Layers? Layers. Greg, you are a genius. The cell needs a two-tone pattern. Some ultramarine blue, but only hitting you at the gut level. This is meant to be a punishment after all. But there's a higher level, an aspirational level, right at the eye level. Maybe a light powder blue? Yes, a light powder blue. We have to give those convicts something to hope for, something to dream about. Greg, I can kiss you.
And that's why we have the bars.
Da, da, da. Yay.
Passionate architect.
Yes.
And that's why we have the bars. So where did that idea just come to you from?
Well, okay. So the idea was I needed to put an architect in a cell, and I'm like, okay, well, the natural assumption would be that that person's in jail because they're in jail for whatever reason. So I like, okay, I want to put him in a jail cell, but he's not in there because he's being punished. He's in there because he's being an architect.
Got it.
And then everything else was inertia.
Gotcha.
Originally, I was doing Shades of Grey, but then I went to save it as a title, and I was like, Jailhouse Blues, which is the title of the piece. I'm like, okay, so I want to go back and do Shades of Blue. And I had to do Wikipedia to find different shades of blue that I liked and didn't like.
And I like that you went into
Go ahead. Sorry?
the mindset of the architect, like took the prompt for what it is and did that.
I like it.
Once again, I just like that we all were so different.
Yeah. Each one uses an architect. Well, so far, all three of us have we put architect in a jail cell, but for completely different reasons.
Right. I certainly like the. Sorry, I got an echo there. I like the dialogue that you used. That's a very good. Each one had a distinctive voice. I like his enthusiasm. He's just like he's starting out. Trouble. What is it? What has he got his racked mind? And then that twist halfway through, nicely done. If you had to shorten it, I'd say I would only shorten the front end ever so slightly, because you got to have enough build that you're thinking, oh, he's a troubled, guard, that he's troubled. But I would shorten that slightly, but I wouldn't cut too much out of that.
Well, yeah, I think because again, I was going with the original punchline I had in mind was he's not in the jail cell for punishment reasons, he's in there for design reasons.
Artistic reasons. Yeah.
So I straightened that one out. And then once I got there, I realized that wasn't really where I wanted to end up. So yeah, exactly. I would want to cut that back a little bit. It should be more like a quarter page. Yeah. And I want the audience to be in suspense for about 15 seconds, but I don't want to go beyond that. So yeah.
The dialogue was natural. I felt that. I think now I'm seeing the difference between like the expert writing, and it's not really the story itself. It's like elements of the story.
Look, I know I keep hitting this idea of like momentum, but like I feel like if you have decent characters, you know what I mean, and you just let them be themselves. Like, okay, so I'm thinking to myself, okay, I put an architect in a jail cell, so I now have a person who is melodramatic enough that they would ask to be locked into the jail cell they've designed, just so they could feel like what it would feel like as a prisoner. Like, that's a very particular type of dramatic person. Yeah. And so the whole color theory is, pulled from once I established that this character was that kind of guy. And then for the guard, of course, I wanted just someone who was like not impressed at all, which would be the exact opposite of that.
Right. I am a character girl. I develop my characters before normally, not these things, before I even start writing.
But that's your hook. You know what I mean? Get the characters and then just see where they'll take you. Kind of thing. I think that can help a lot. It's certainly not the only way to get there, but I will say personally, I've seen the most trite of plot devices in movies, the silliest of plots. One of the examples I always go back to is Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club is a movie about 6 people who get locked in a high school detention center for 6 hours. That is the definition of boring. And the movie works because the characters work. So like if you have good characters that are doing interesting things that feel like real things, I think you can put them anywhere. So, do that.
Always, when I do workshops with the kids, I always say people have to be who they are, no matter where you put them.
Yeah. If not in this world, at least on stories, right?
Well, look, if you have a person and they're allergic to dogs, they're allergic to dogs. That's just what it is. And then you put them on a planet and it's the dog planet, somebody's in trouble. You put them on the bird planet and they're fine. But they hate birds. They're allergic to dogs, but they hate birds. Like, again, they can only be who they are.
And
not that people can't grow. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying certain things don't change.
It's also once you know the characters, and this is the art part that takes time and progress, is then showing that character. One of the things I really liked about, I'm going to call her Daisy because I know Daisy hates that. from Daidi's piece is that we see her by progressively unlocking doors with a lot of confidence and skill. So even before she opens her mouth, we know that she's strong, we know she's intelligent, we know she's in charge, that all of those things come across kind of thing. So you lock in that character and then get clever on how you show them.
And then that gels with her escaping later. Sure.
Yeah.
You believe that she's got a better chance than, like, say, just some poor schmuck off the street kind of thing is the idea.
Especially since they've watched her do all this and they think they got a one up on her.
Right.
And she's like playing chess to their checkers. Always.
Like, Daddy does the same thing with the intercom, with a voice. This is a voice, this is not someone we ever see. But by the dialogue, you can tell this is a person who definitely thinks, to Daddy's point, that they've got the edge, that they've outsmarted the great Daisy.
He's going to lock herself.
And that's the whole point. You know what I mean? Like, that you get those kind of characters, especially if you got really good characters that are in opposition. They have just conflicting agendas.
Right.
That's drama. There's your story.
We're running out of time, y'all. We're going
yeah. Let's move on. Okay, so Ivy, D, Eric. Ivy.
Okay.
Ivy is the winner. Yay! All right. Let's see. You did the architect current draft. I think you should work on the title a little bit. A little rough.
How many characters?
Just 2, and there's Nora and Dean. Dean is a guy.
I'll be Nora.
And I'll be your Dean.
Excellent. All right, give me one.
It's rated R, but it's okay.
Daddy, if the rated R is too much for you, you need to step out. It's okay. We understand.
If the what?
If the rated R-ness is too much for you, it's okay. It's all right. We understand. He's a sensitive soul. All right.
Rated R is my babe. I got to make it big. See what you're doing. I got to adjust over here.
All right. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
The Architect, current draft 2026 0309-8-47 p.m. Loving it. Interior jail cell hall night. We see a lamp hanging from the ceiling that is slightly swinging like a pendulum in the air. First, a buzzing noise from the cheap lights. Then, in the distance, whimpering. Inside the cell, Nora, 34, beautiful, naked, and on her knees, gripping at the belt of Dean, 40. His shirt is half unbuttoned. They are passionate with each other, heavily kissing. He presses her against the wall, leaning towards her hips and back.
You're trouble, aren't you? Do you like that?
You came back, didn't you?
She holds his neck, at first playfully, then squeezes harder. A sound of a thud in the corridor makes both of them stop abruptly.
I have to go.
He leaves the jail cell and she is left alone, breathing hard. Then slowly she turns towards the cot. Beneath the thin mattress is a folded sheet of paper that she is studying with extreme precision. Cut to interior office day. A cramped office with a filing cabinet. We see Nora rummaging through paperwork. The door creaks and it is Dean standing by the doorway. Sees Nora and quickly closes the door.
Jesus, what are you doing here?
I need to talk to you.
Are you insane? You're going to get me fired.
Listen.
Suddenly, Nora starts to cry and hesitates, breathing fast.
I didn't know what to do. I think I'm pregnant.
No.
I've been late on my period. I know my body.
No.
He is backing away from her. The noise of her voice is being drowned out by his fear and anxiety.
I lose this job. I lose everything.
Silence.
I'm not the villain here.
She slowly takes steps towards him, gently kisses his cheek.
No, you are not my love.
She grips her hand over his neck and bites his lower lip. Her eyes widen and change expression. She grips harder, forcing him down until his body shakes and trembles. He cannot catch air. His body falls and lies there limp. She turns her back and slips something from his desk into the waistband of her prison pants. She heads for the door, pauses, and quietly slips away. Interior jail cell a few moments later. She is holding a key and easily goes under the bed. Exterior road day. Nora is coming out from underneath a sewage tunnel. Blueprint on hand, keys on the other. Her feet are painted with gravel and blood. She has escaped, and her previous life as an architect came in handy, as she was able to calculate her escape and freedom.
Yay! No digging through to the cell next door there.
I don't know. I was like, I can't do this. I'm just gonna.
No.
Hey, Nora got to do what Nora got to do.
You got a beginning, a middle, and an end there, and that came together. Yes.
No, you're my love. Men are so easy.
Oh, no.
So easy.
I was trying to just make it like exciting, but now I'm understanding while we're talking about different stories. Like,
Good.
think a little bit more.
Well, okay. How do you see Nora? What is like her character? What is her core characteristic? What's the single most important thing we need to know about her in this piece?
Like I guess she's just trying to escape and
do
whatever it takes, determined.
Okay. I think you do a good job getting that across.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the fact that she succeeds, the fact that the lengths that she goes to is tremendous. Now, I will say, I do think this idea that that she is a sort of masterminding the whole thing, which I get sort of at the end. I think as a suggestion, if you want to go back, and by the way, this is the whole point. Like you write to the end, you figure out what's going on, and then you go back and you then lay the groundwork to make it work. Just an indication that this whole thing had been part of her plan. You know what I mean? Some sort of foreshadowing to show that she is the mastermind that we see at the end, kind of thing. Remember that last line. She has escaped in her previous life as an architect came in handy. That's not on the screen.
Right.
So no, but it's good, right? So just figure out how to show that.
Yeah, I was thinking
There
when
is a place.
she first is in the cell and then she has a piece of paper under the cot. Maybe it's like a blueprint or something.
Oh, and that what she's looking at, but we don't see it till the end when she's out.
Yeah.
Even
I
just
think
a
that's what I'm
throwaway
talking
line.
That'll work.
You want to get across. I think you definitely do a really good job of showing that she is determined, she's resolute, she's willing to cross, any boundary to get where she needs to go. I love that line about her feet are painted with gravel and blood. Like that's a great bit. And just pull in that mastermind element, One of those things you don't see to the end, but like she needs to come across as like, oh yeah. This whole thing, she had the whole thing worked out.
Yeah.
She picked Dean because she knew Dean would be easy, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Dean is dumb.
Easily manipulated, shall we say.
Thinking with his anatomy and not his cerebellum.
Well, not just the fact that he has sex with her, which is definitely ill-advised if she's a prisoner, but then he freaks out when she does the pregnancy thing again, not fully thinking, like she just definitely places buttons. So it's just, if we know that she's doing it intentional, that she's got the whole thing planned, it just elevates her as a character in terms of her planning abilities. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I knew.
He's scared about his job because a lot of that is good old boy system. Sometimes they don't care what nobody's doing, but he's scared for his job, so she played on that.
Yeah, I think I knew I wanted some type of architect escape story, but then I think I focused too much. Like, I want this to be saucy and also villainous.
That's okay.
That's
You
why
got a
we're
good kernel
sisters.
there. Yeah.
That's why we're sisters.
You've got a good kernel there with I mean that gives credibility to her character, to the plotting that she's doing. So it's 30 minutes, you know.
So
And
yeah, I think
that's hard to pull off. I kudos to you, because you know that's hard to pull off realistically.
I think you got a really, really solid plot. I really do. I think it just needs a little bit more setup.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. And those are small. Those are details, kind of thing. You know.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Doable, done. That's how this works. All right, we're gonna rush through. We got 2 more. We'll try to make this relatively quick. I hate to step on people's toes, but we do have D's and Eric's, and the winner is Eric. Wins for the first one and for this roll. So let me share the screen. An esteemed guest. Got it. Share. Okay. All right. All right, an esteemed guest. Eric, can you tell us how many characters we got?
I do want to also make the offer to chat if you want to be on with us. Consider that for next month.
Mm-hmm. Always looking for
Be
more.
Be a part of the conversation.
Got a warden and an architect. Let's see.
All right. Who would like to be warden?
I'll be a warden.
Excellent. Can I get an architect?
I'll play the architect.
Excellent. If you have to escape, we understand. It's all good. All right. An esteemed guest. Interior jail cell night. Warden and architect stand on opposite sides of prison bars. Cold green fluorescent backlights the warden. Darkness in the cell behind the architect.
Well. Here's our little celebrity. I had to come down to see how you were enjoying our accommodations.
Not the shoddiest design I've seen.
Yeah, you would know about that, wouldn't you?
My dear Warden, I would have thought that you, of all people, would have appreciated my handiwork.
All of our guests have been duly tried and convicted in a court of law.
You know as well as I do, my victims, alleged, were all guilty as hell.
And our cells were certainly not designed to brutally murder their inhabitants.
Ah, yes, the dying comes slow in a place like this.
Well, settle in. You'll be spending the rest of your natural life in here, and then we'll bury your sick fuck ass in the yard afterwards. What's so funny?
I'm not locked in here with no escape.
You're
You're locked in there, and I've already escaped.
Pan out from the prison bars behind the warden, the darkness of the prison. On the other side, the architect stands in a field of grass, daylight all around, the meadow stretching to the horizon.
He was actually in. Okay.
I love it.
Designed the place.
See, you can't mess with the designer of the house, man. You can't.
Why is the architect in jail? I didn't understand that.
It sounds to me like he or she made cells that was killing the people.
Yeah, I was like,
God, I'm glad I was muted, because I was like, God damn. What kind of, I don't know if I need to be alone with Eric.
Eric, you had a very solid start.
It was clever.
Yep.
That was nice. I like that.
a saw guy. Yeah. A very solid start, and then I like that twist of the surprise twist of it is not I who am, am I the yeah, who is the prisoner here? So,
Yeah. And I'm not at all surprised that reveal happens to be done with a trick of lighting. It's very on
I was going to say the same
Very
thing.
on brand.
I love it.
Very on
I
brand.
was definitely going to say the same thing. You can tell what Eric does.
darkness. Yes. As the light comes up.
It's always the light. All right, I'm sorry. I do apologize, but we do need to make this quick. That was really, really, really good. I like it.
It's fun.
I like the dialogue. I like the arrogance. That was really, really nice.
Yep.
But we're moving in a rush. One more. DSPs. Looks like, Dean, correct me if I'm wrong, looks like we have two characters, Inmate 24709 and John. Is that right?
John and Officer Jason, news anchor. There's
Okay.
two.
We're going to need a couple of doubling up.
I'll be the inmate.
Excellent.
All right. I'll be Officer Jason and a news anchor.
All right.
Okay, I'll be John.
Excellent. Here we go. World's greatest architect. Interior jail cell day. An architect named John is sitting in a jail cell with another prisoner.
Man, let me shake your hand again.
John pushes his hand away.
No, I did what any law-abiding citizen who loves this country would have done.
Yeah, but everybody doesn't have the smarts to pull that off. Who helped you?
I will have my day. Whoa. Did it?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make it better. Make it bigger. Sorry.
Okay. I just want to make sure that wasn't me going crazy. I will have my day in court and hopefully I'll be exonerated.
Well, you have most of the country and a lot of the world on your side. After all you did was expose the truth.
Hopefully. A jury of my peers see it that way.
I believe so. I'm no lawyer, but I have no more than an invasion of privacy charge.
Man, they are trying to throw the book at me.
Only those involved, but the people are speaking. They're picketing all over the world for your release. Either way, you're rich. I see a movie deal and a book deal.
Not if I'm found guilty.
Watch what I tell you.
Officer Jason walks up to the cell.
Hey, man, I just want to shake your hand. You are a genius.
John sticks his hand through the bars and shakes his hand.
How about an autograph?
Officer Jason sticks a pen and a piece of paper through the cell bars. John signs his name and hands it back to him.
Thanks, man. You are a hero.
Officer Jason walks back to his office. He turns on the TV. The world news is on.
A world-famous architect, known as the architect with eyes and ears for designing the White House ballroom and installing seeing and hearing devices within the gold throughout the president's $400 million ballroom, is sitting in a jail cell, waiting to see if he will get a bond. The streets are flooded with people protesting for him to be released. All over the world, we have never seen anything like this.
Just a touch political.
If only.
Wait, so he's in jail. Oh, okay.
For telling the
He's in
truth.
jail for getting the dirt on whatever's going on in the ballroom.
Yeah. The whole world is going to love him, but he's going to disappear.
He's not going to hang himself, man. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Ooh, sorry. Too soon?
Too soon.
But yeah, that was good. I wasn't ready for
So
that. That
much
was good.
corruption has been revealed. Yeah, but the corruption's being done in, well.
But okay. So that was 3 pages.
Good.
So does
Heavy
Dee have
dialogue.
more
That's
time?
tough.
Does Dee have more time than the rest of us that I don't know about?
Yes, she lives in a pocket universe where time passes slower for her. Yes.
She has one of those time turners from Harry Potter.
I just got an image of like 5Ds of writing this thing in parallel. All right.
Right.
But she always gets like 3 pages in. Like, I don't know, girl. Teach
Girl.
me your way.
The mistress of dialogue. Yes, very strong
True.
dialogue.
Yeah, I like the interactions, like with the inmate and the other officer.
That's true. I'm gonna start calling her that, the mistress of dialogue.
I will say, I think you did a really, really good job of like setting up the punchline. You know, clearly he had done something that everyone was super impressed with.
Yeah.
And it's weird because you're clearly talking about all the things that everybody loves. And I'm like, okay, well, so what's going on? I think that was a great setup. Very powerful.
Yeah. It's like one of those heroes that you know that they're going to make disappear. Because they locked them up. So, yeah.
If I had to change anything, I would cut out the hero worship. Hero worship once is enough, I think. You know, and maybe a different adulation from the guard. You know, it's like, oh man, I hate myself for having to lock you up, or you know, you're not the one who should be behind the bars. You know what I mean? You know, just to sort of throw in some variety on a rewrite, but. That would be one thing. That's the only thing that I would change.
Respect, but a different flavor. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Because the other guy is doing the hero worship, and the guard could be thanking and saying, you know, this ain't right, that I had to put you in here, kind of attitude. Yeah, I like that.
Got it.
Well, I will say that there was already a bit of a difference for me because it was like, okay, when the other criminal, sorry to be mean, was like, yeah, you're awesome. I'm like, okay, this could still be a bad thing, but like it had a high body count or something. But with the guards, like, oh, I also think what you did was amazing. It was like, okay, well, so there's clearly something going on here that both somebody who is an outside, outside sort of the culture, and then someone who's in. It was interesting, but yeah, I see what you mean. Just a slightly different delivery. Again, I really think that whole setup that was fantastic. I loved it. Love the setup. So I do get a question though, real quick. Was that the plan the whole time? Like, did you start with I'm gonna put surveillance equipment in the ballroom for the president, and then right backwards? Like, where was your first step for this?
And while she's gonna be typing that, I think, was she the only one that actually did jail the architect, like legit?
What do you mean?
Because weren't there other people? Oh wait, am I wrong? Was somebody else?
Okay. A couple of people had.
Prison ladies were.
Oh yeah, the girls. Yeah. Okay.
Well, there was okay. Yeah. So like that architect was legitimately in jail for crimes committed. Ivy's, I'm assuming, also legitimately in crime for crimes she committed. So, like, yeah, most of them, quite a few of them were there for like the right reasons, kind of thing, I guess.
Gotcha.
May have been in jail, but may have just escaped, like Brazil. Oh, Dee says she was heading in a completely different direction. There you go. Following the West method.
What direction?
And ended up there, yes.
I went back and started over because the ballroom popped in my head. Oh, gosh, that ballroom.
Yeah. You hear that?
You started over?
She started over and still did 3 pages. Just saying.
Killing us here.
Just throw the salt in my wound. It's fine. Turn the knife while you're at it.
I think with the short, I think people are have a propensity to do like a reveal at the end. I feel like, I don't know, that's a story element that when you have a short amount of time.
Yeah, I'm noticing that too.
Are you asking like I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just one of
some.
No. Yeah, no,
it's a pattern. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I will say that, yeah, that's kind of the nature of shorts, is that shorts are usually in with some sort of moment. One of the biggest differences, I think, between, like, say, shorts and a longer film is that, like, a film will show, like, a feature will show that reveal and then keep going, whereas a short could just end on a cliffhanger. Then, it's over, it stops, and you never quite how it gets resolved, but that works in the short form, you know. Yeah, I started writing my piece with a very particular reveal in mind. It just, once I got there, I was like, oh, well, I'm going to keep writing and see where this goes.
I wanted to have Daedalus, excuse me.
Well, thank you to all for coming out.
Thank you.
Look for us on our Wednesday script reading.
Mhm. And we will be doing another one next month. I hope to see everyone there.
I can't remember. Is it the first Monday or second Monday?
Second Monday. So second, I will be official. That will be the April 13th. Monday, April 13th. For those who are interested.
And hopefully we'll get some more people on cam with us. We have 2 slots. We could do 6 people.
Just saying. No pressure, Dee and Eric. Just saying.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Excellent stories, by the way. I will say I like the fact that pretty much all of them were in a jail cell. But they went in, again, completely different directions. Sometimes the architect was guilty. Sometimes the architect wasn't guilty. It just went all over the place. I love it.
Can you click on Dee's last message so it can be on the screen? Oh, so technically we are supposed to be. I don't know where my camera is. I will find it by next month. But that's a West call.
Well, the ideal thing is to have people who can read the parts, kind of thing. I mean, if you just absolutely can't stand to be on camera, I do get it. Will we get no camera? We get the voice, or is it no camera and no voice?
No, I really am supposed to be on camera.
Voice is separate. You can do voice separate.
Voice would be nice. Voice would make the difference.
Yeah, and if you didn't want to do the whole thing, like the initial and the half hour, you could always come in on the tail end when it's time to read, and then we'll have more people reading. You know what I mean? So you're not sitting here the whole time, and then you don't have to worry about being on camera because you're just reading the script.
Truth.
All right, guys.
Call it. Have a good evening, everyone. All right.
Thanks again for coming out, everybody.
Bye.